It was a cold, moonless night when I found myself alone in the desolate office building. As the clock struck midnight, my heart quickened its pace, knowing that I was about to endure another dreaded night shift. The hum of the flickering fluorescent lights seemed to taunt me, as if the office itself knew of the horrors that awaited me. With each passing hour, the office became an eerie labyrinth of shadows, and the distant tapping of keys sounded like ghostly whispers. My eyes were heavy with fatigue, but I had deadlines to meet, so I pressed on, ignoring the gnawing unease creeping up my spine. Finally, the clock struck 3 in the morning, signaling the end of my shift. I gathered my belongings and headed for the elevator, eager to escape the oppressive atmosphere of the office. The elevator doors opened with a soft ding, and I stepped inside, the metallic doors closing behind me. As the elevator began its descent, a chill enveloped me, even though the office was notoriously stuffy. I tried to ignore the strange sensation, dismissing it as my imagination running wild in the late hours of the night. But then, the elevator jolted to a stop between floors, leaving me trapped in the claustrophobic space. Panic washed over me as I frantically pressed the buttons, hoping for a response, but the elevator remained motionless. In the eerie silence, a soft whisper echoed through the confined space, freezing me in my tracks. "Help me!" the voice implored, sending shivers down my spine. "Please, help me!" My heart pounded in my chest as I strained to hear the source of the voice. It sounded like a woman, her voice desperate and filled with sorrow. But I was alone in the elevator, and there was no one else in sight. "Who's there?" I stammered, my voice barely above a whisper. "Is someone else in the elevator?" There was no response, just the haunting echo of the voice. I tried to rationalize, telling myself that it must be a prank or a malfunctioning speaker system, but the fear in my gut refused to subside. With trembling hands, I reached for my phone, hoping to call for help, but to my horror, the screen remained black, unresponsive to my touch. It was as if the phone had been drained of life. As the minutes passed, the elevator jolted back to life, descending rapidly to the ground floor. The doors opened with a hiss, and I stumbled out, gasping for air as I found myself in the empty lobby. There was no sign of the mysterious voice, but the echoes lingered in my mind. I hurried out into the night, my heart still racing, eager to leave the accursed building behind. But as I walked the dark streets, I couldn't shake the feeling of being watched, as if unseen eyes followed my every move. Weeks passed, but the unsettling events continued. Late at night, I would hear faint whispers in my apartment, and strange shadows would dance on my walls. Sleep became elusive, as nightmares plagued my every waking moment. Haunted by the inexplicable occurrences, I knew I had to escape the nightmarish grip of the office. I quit my job, hoping that leaving the building would end the terror that had consumed my life. But even as I left, I couldn't escape the feeling that whatever had whispered to me in the elevator had latched onto me, following me wherever I went. To this day, I live in fear of the unknown, forever haunted by the ghostly voice that emerged from the darkness of the office building at midnight. And so, the legend of the haunted office at night continues to spread, warning others to beware the chilling descent into its malevolent secrets.